Bismillah wa ala ahli Muhammadin wa alayhi wasallam. Students, please give me your undivided attention. We are studying literary devices, I remember that. And yesterday we studied some literary devices. The first one is fiction. Clear? Like literature in the form of prose that describes imaginary event or people. Clear? Examples of fictions are novels, stories, creative writing, imaginative writing. Something that is written, in imagination, created in imagination. Clear? And sometimes these novels, they are amazing. You go into the world of unreal things or unreal places. Okay? So that is called a fiction. Clear? That is, then there is myth, a widely held belief, but false belief or idea. The belief that evening primrose oil helps to cure eczema. Eczema is a skin disease. Clear? Skin burn. That is called eczema. Clear? Is a myth according to dermatologists. We also have got some myths in our society. For example, can you tell me the myths? For example, if the black crow crows, it is the sign of guest coming. Guests are coming. Clear? And if you can say there is something else. There are many other myths in our society that are famous. Can you recall them? Something, a black cat, he crossed your way. It is a Hindu myth, I think. Non-Muslims. It is not, and they stop it. They go back home. They say, no, today is going to be a worse day. Because black cat has crossed my way. So it has nothing to do with the reality. Clear? That is a myth. Okay. Example, misconception, fallacy, mistaken belief, false notion, beliefs, like this. Then legend, a traditional story, sometimes popularly regarded as historical, but not authenticated. Clear? So there are traditional stories mean a story that came from generation to generation and then came to you. Clear? So these are called legends. Okay. There are some legends, you can say they are famous in our society as well, if you remember them. And for example, the legend of King Arthur. We don't know whether King Arthur was there in the history or not, but they are telling the stories. These stories are coming from generation to generation. Your forefather told you, and the forefathers of our forefathers, okay, they told our forefathers the story. So stories, there are the things, are events that are coming from generation to generation for the last many centuries. Okay, that is called a legend. Example, the legend of myths. Okay, next one, fantasy. The faculty or activity of the imagining impossible or improbable things. For example, his researches had moved into the realms of fantasy. Clear? So fantasy is thinking in your mind and you are lost. Clear? You are continuously thinking in your mind about the coming Eid or something like that. Okay, might be at home and talking to mother in her imagination. She's having a fantasy. Okay, and there are many people who are sitting in my class and they are, having fantasy. Okay, go on in the evening and talking something, this and that. So all these things, they are fantasy. You keep thinking in your mind and you are sitting somewhere else, mentally somewhere else. Okay. Example, it's imagination, it's creativity, inventions, fancy, originality, and vision. Clear? So it's all imagination. Sometimes you are creative as well in your fantasy, in your thinking. Clear? Physically you are sitting in the class, but mentally again you are thinking of something else. You are dreaming of something. That is also called fantasy. Clear? So you lost yourself, or you lose yourself. Clear? That is called fantasy. Okay. And next we'll see what comes next. Okay. Tomorrow, with the grace of Almighty Allah, will study something else. Okay. Next topics. Thank you very much, and keep studying.